Please subscribe to my channel for more heartfelt stories like this one. Part 1, The Wedding They Missed. I'm Pamela Collins, 32, and I learned young that love in my family always came with strings attached. The morning of my wedding dawned with a sky brushed with serenity. Sunlight poured through the barn's windows, warming the delicate lace of my gown. I stood alone in the bridal suite, my phone quiet, no new notifications. 58 guests arrived, not 61. The 3 absences shared my surname. 3 weeks prior, during a catering discussion, Mom's call came. Her voice held that familiar mix of guilt and logic. "Pamela, sweetheart, we won't be at your wedding." I chuckled, assuming it was a prank. It wasn't. "Cassidy's boyfriend is proposing soon," she said. "We promised to help plan." "You're missing my wedding for her engagement?" Her sigh was heavy. "You've had your time, Pamela. Let Cassidy have hers." They skipped my wedding for a proposal that wasn't even theirs. Part 2, The Farewell Email. The honeymoon in Maine was a stolen calm. Ocean waves, pine forests, quiet mornings over breakfast, everything my childhood lacked. For a week, Trevor and I lived in a separate universe, free from phones and family. Just us. But on our first night back, my phone glowed with a message. A photo from Cassidy. Her hand, a 4-carat ring, and the words he proposed. Mom and Dad rented a yacht for the weekend. Save the date. I stared until the screen blurred. No apology, no congratulations, just a celebration. Trevor found me first. They rented a yacht. His arms wrapped. "I'm so sorry." I stepped back, remembering a small package from Maine, a gift from Eleanor, the seaside artist. I unwrapped it carefully. A painted stone, a compass on one side, words on the other. "The path of your life is yours to choose." It felt like a revelation. I clutched it until my hands steadied. "They've shown me who they are," I said. I just didn't want to see it. Trevor's eyes were soft. "Maybe it's time to accept it and move on." That night, I drafted an email. "I've spent years chasing your approval. I'm done. Please don't reach out for a while. I need space to build a life where I'm valued." I lingered on the words, then pressed send. No tears, no doubt. I wasn't abandoning my family. I was letting go of the version of me they shaped. Part 3, The Rebuild. The grief wasn't from losing them. It was from realizing they were never truly mine. For weeks, silence roared louder than any fight. Each phone buzz broke my heart with old reflexes. Trevor suggested therapy. "This is a big change, Pam. You don't have to face it alone." I nearly laughed. My family called therapy paying strangers to hear your complaints. But that's why I went. Dr. Melanie Santos, a family systems expert, listened without judgment. "What you're describing," she said, "is golden child versus scapegoat." I pushed back. I wasn't blamed. She smiled softly. The scapegoat isn't always blamed. Sometimes she's just expected to need less, to stay quiet, to understand. That truth stung like a gentle wound. Week by week, we unraveled old memories I thought I'd buried. Celebrating Cassidy's dance recital while she skipped my debate finals, Dad praising her charm but calling my drive too much, Mom dismissing my pain as oversensitivity. Healing was gradual. Some mornings I woke angry. Others, I longed for the family I imagined, not the one I had. Healing wasn't erasing the hurt. It was learning to live with it, to find peace in quiet dinners, to embrace silence without filling it. One day, I looked in the mirror and didn't expect criticism. That was new. That was growth. Trevor and I started new rituals. Sunday hikes. Wednesday experiments with new recipes. Friday dinners with his parents. Their warmth, Diane's lack of comparison, Richard's attentive listening. Felt alien, then like what family should be. 3 months into therapy, an email from Cassidy's work address slipped through my filters. "Pamela, I don't get why you're cutting Mom and Dad off. My wedding's in 4 months. My maid of honor spot is open. Don't punish me for their mistakes." My chest tightened, not with guilt, but clarity. I typed slowly, "Cass, I'm not punishing you. I'm protecting myself. This distance isn't about blame, it's about survival. I wish you a beautiful wedding, but I won't be there." I hesitated, then hit send. No anger, no tears. Peace was lonely, but it was peace. Part 4, the billboard. Success didn't shout. It whispered through late nights, failed experiments, and relentless belief. Zanita Wellness started as a scribble on a napkin, a nod to my grandmother's blend of Eastern and Western wisdom. Now it was real. A team, an office, a mission that worked. 18 months after launch, we reached 100,000 subscribers. Over dinner, Trevor grinned. This calls for something big. I laughed. Sleep. He shook his head. A billboard. I thought he was kidding. He wasn't. Your story deserves to be seen, he said. A month later, it stood tall. My face, our logo, our tagline, Wellness Reimagined, 40 feet above a Philadelphia highway, near my childhood home. I didn't think of them when we chose the spot. Not once. But fate loves irony. 2 days after the billboard went up, my assistant, Megan, knocked softly. There's a woman on line 1. She says she's your mother. The world paused. My spreadsheet blurred, my breath caught. 2 years of silence ended with one sentence. I picked up the phone. This is Pamela Collins. Pamela, it's Mom. Her voice was soft, unsteady, the same tone she used after every conflict. We saw the billboard. Your father nearly crashed the car. A nervous laugh faded quickly. I didn't know I needed to share my marketing plans, I said. Pamela, please. Why didn't you tell us? You didn't want to hear. That's not fair. No, I said calmly. It's finally fair. She exhaled sharply. We always wanted the best for you. No, you wanted what you could control and boast about. Silence hung heavy. Then her voice cracked. We miss you, honey. 2 years without you, and now you're on a billboard. Do you know how that feels as a mother? I closed my eyes. How did it feel to skip my wedding? To rent a yacht for Cassidy's engagement? Silence, then a whisper. We made a mistake. Yes, I said, you did. She inhaled shakily. Can we meet? Your father and I want to talk in person. Part of me wanted to hang up. The healed part was ready. Next Thursday, Eastwood Cafe, 1 o'clock, I said. For the first time, I'd face them without craving their approval. Part 5, the reunion. Eastwood Cafe smelled of fresh coffee and unresolved words. I arrived 20 minutes early, control masked as composure, choosing a corner table facing the door, a reflex from years of bracing for surprises. They arrived on time, older, softer, carrying regret too heavy for words. Dad hesitated before offering a handshake. Mom didn't. She pulled me into a hug. I didn't return. You look amazing, she said, eyeing me like a familiar stranger. Success looks good on you. We ordered lunch, small talk buzzing like white noise. The weather, the cafe's decor, the coffee, anything but the truth. As our plates emptied, Dad spoke. Your mother and I owe you an apology. We should have been at your wedding. There's no excuse. I'm ashamed of that choice. His candor caught me off guard. No defensiveness, no pride. Mom twisted her napkin. We favorite Cassidy, she admitted softly. It wasn't on purpose, but it happened. Why? The question slipped out. They exchanged a glance, that silent code I'd watched my whole life. Cassidy was easier, Dad said. She wanted what we knew, stability, status. Mom nodded. You scared us, Pamela. You challenged everything. So you punished curiosity? I asked quietly. No, Dad said. We ignored it, which might be worse. I'd dreamed of this moment, the apology, the acknowledgement. But sitting there, I realized I didn't need it anymore. It was welcome, but not essential. Mom leaned forward, eyes shining. Tell us about your company. Wellness Reimagined, what does it mean? For 30 minutes, I shared everything. The vision, the mission, the growth. They listened, truly listened. When I finished, Dad smiled faintly. We're proud of you, Pamela. The words felt light, almost weightless. Mom reached out but stopped. We want to be in your life again, she said. If you'll let us. I held her gaze, steady. I'm not the person you knew. We don't want you to be, Dad said. I exhaled slowly. Then maybe we can start with coffee. Once a month, no holidays, no Cassidy, not yet. Mom nodded quickly. We'll take what you're willing to give. As we stood, Dad handed me an envelope. A key, he said, to Grandma Juanita's journals. We thought you'd want them. I left not angry, but free. Part 6, The Legacy. A week later, I stood in a storage unit, dust settling around a single trunk labeled Juanita Lynn, my grandmother's name painted in fading gold. I traced the letters like a sacred vow. Inside were leather-bound journals, photographs, letters, recipes in 2 languages, fragments of a woman I'd only known in pieces. One photo stopped me. Grandma beside Western doctors under a banner reading East-West Medical Exchange. She wasn't just tradition. She was a trailblazer, a bridge between worlds. In a journal, her handwriting, shaky but clear, read, "The path of healing is never linear. It curves through doubt, resistance, and fear. But every step makes the healer whole." Tears blurred the ink. Her words were mine now. That night, I spread the photos across our dining table, journals open like maps. She was practicing integrated medicine before it had a name. I told Trevor. She built what they told her not to. Like me. He smiled. You didn't start Zanita. You carried it forward. I slipped on the jade bracelet Mom had given me. It fit like it was meant to. A week later, I added a line to our strategy. Expand into intergenerational wellness. Healing families, not just bodies. Trevor saw it and grinned. New mission. Not new, I said softly. Just clearer. Looking over the city, I realized the billboard wasn't success. It was a reflection, showing who I'd become and who I was always meant to be. The best revenge isn't distance. It's becoming everything they doubted you could. If this story moved you, please like and share it with someone who needs it today. Subscribe for more true stories of family betrayal and triumph. We are stronger than we think.